y'all know y'all gonna always catch me dancing. Hey there, come on in. Make yourself at home. Take your shoes off. You can't actually step inside your phone, so I take it back. You're just in time. This is Words with Friends Live, and I'm your host, Amon Crossan, a.k.a. Alpha Cat. It's 9 o'clock on the East Coast, 6 on the West, so that means it's time to address my fellow Americans. There won't be any fake news, but there will definitely gonna be some fake answers. Listen, over the next 15 minutes, I'm gonna put you through a test of word knowledge, another amazing trivia like you haven't seen before since like this time yesterday. I thought it was gonna be more exciting what I had in mind. In this game, we don't take your money, we give you money. It's a free game within a free game. We are in day 2 of the latest solo challenge. Now is your chance to go against word masters like Heartbreaker Hank or Wipeout Whitney right after you finish up with Adorable Alpha Cat. I just figured I'd continue the alliteration there. It just felt right. So when we're done here, head over to Solo Challenge. It's only a cliche away, but you're here now. So this is how our game works. I'm going to ask you 12 multiple choice questions. Some related to words, some not. I'll let you decide. After I read the question, you'll have 10 seconds to tap the correct answer. See this? That's what you do to your phone. You got 3 choices. You pick one, and you use the tip of your finger or your thumb, or whatever works. Whatever your power finger is, you just bam, hit it in your phone. And then once you get all 12 questions right, we will cut you a generous slice of today's jackpot of $5,000. It's a lot of zeros. I mean, it's not technically a lot of zeros, but in regards to money, it's a lot of zeros. Plus, there's a little cute little comma in there. It's all pretty and packaged for you. Now, the first time you get a question wrong, you're out of the game. But that just moves you into spectator mode, which can still be very lucrative because in the near future, when you answer questions correctly, even in spectator mode, you'll earn some valuable little treasures. And you'll use them in the main game next time you and Great Aunt Pam have a Words with Friends death match. I heard Aunt Pam's pretty brutal. Watch your back. Plus, staying in the game is a great way to train for your next time that you play. So you can also use one of your extra lives that you've been hoarding for the big money games. To get an extra life, you just share the game with a friend by tapping. There's that tapping thing again. We're big on tapping here, y'all. You gotta tap. You gotta tap the heart on your screen that you see during the countdown before the show. About 24 hours later, if your friend plays, that life will show up the next time you get an answer wrong. So we're gonna reward you if you mess up. We're not gonna trash talk you. We're not gonna make fun of you. We're gonna give you a little something. But remember, you can only use 1 extra life per game. And there's no using them on the last question. But outside of that, you can reincarnate all you want. Now, y'all know what's next. To get the best video, make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi if you have it, because we're streaming live and you want all this to be crystal clear. You want it to be crispy. You want to see it clearly, okay? You can't win if your phone dies in the middle of everything, so make sure it's plugged in, okay? Now, we're still tinkering with the mechanics of the gameplay and in beta mode, so bear with us if you hit some bumps, or if we hit some bumps, we'll just all pretend like it didn't happen. And just know that we are reading and listening to all of your feedback. We care. I promise you. So am I doing the heart right? I don't know how the kids do it, but we care and we love you. We read all the feedback, especially on Twitter. A lot of people are using the hashtag Words with Friends Live. We can't respond to them all, but we're taking it into account and fixing it as fast as we can. All right, enough jibber jabber from me. Let's get to the exciting part. Let's get the show on the road with our Words with Friends word of the day, Piglet. Oh wait, there's a comma in there. I wasn't calling you. It's the word of the pig. I'm gonna just get to question number 1. Let's do it. Question number 1. In the original version of Winnie the Pooh, who was Piglet's friend? Woozles, Eeyore, or Gopher? Nearly 40,000 people in the room. Let's see how many get it. Now, along with Winnie the Pooh and the other characters, Piglet is based on a stuffed animal owned by Winnie the Pooh author A.A. Milne's son, who was named, you guessed it, Christopher Robin. In the book, Piglet spends a lot of time hunting woozles and catching heffalumps. Luckily, we don't have to worry about catching heffalumps because we all got vaccinated. We good. The correct answer is Eeyore. Eeyore, of course, is the clinically depressed donkey character. He's so chronically down in the dumps, he makes Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street look like Kelly Ripa. I always wonder what was wrong with Snuffleupagus. He just comes out of nowhere. Hi, Bert. Like, oh, man, is Sesame Street supposed to be happy? What's wrong with this guy? Question 2. Which version of this word is spelled correctly? Which of these 3 versions of this word is the proper, correct spelling? Choose carefully. Don't want you to not get the money. Now, as you probably know, bizarre is an adjective meaning extremely odd or unusual. So one of these choices is the right way to spell bizarre. Now, don't confuse this with bazaar, the Persian word for market. That word is spelled with 2 A's in a row, which, if you ask me, that's what's actually a little bizarre. But that's neither here nor there. That's not to be confused with Harper's Bazaar, which is an American women's fashion magazine. Y'all don't care about all that. Y'all just want the right answer, right? Okay, well, the correct answer is bizarre. B-I-Z-A-R-R-E. Bizarre comes from the Italian word bizarro and originally meant prone to flashes of anger. Later, it came to mean unpredictable, and then today it just means someone who acts weird, which makes me wonder, did the word naturally evolve, or did somebody put it on meds and it just started acting different? That doesn't concern me. Question number 3. Nutella contains more of which ingredient? Hazelnuts, cocoa, or palm oil? Which one is most used? Hazelnuts, cocoa, or palm oil? The very first version of Nutella was created by an Italian pastry chef who had to come up with something new when rationing during World War II caused a worldwide cocoa shortage. That is a travesty for me. Y'all know I love chocolate. So the next time someone says, wow, good God, what is it good for? You can stop them like, yo, actually, historically, it's beneficial on yummy sandwiches. Just letting you know. The correct answer, though, is palm oil. Rick James fingers. The most prevalent ingredient in Nutella is old sugar, followed by palm oil, followed by a brutal question. We had to do it to you. It's coming. We brought it in early this time. I just figured, why waste time? Let's see what they're made of early on. I just want to get in there and get you. Had to do it. I'm sorry, It's a tough job, but I'll take it. Question number 4. 3,000 people moving forward. We lost a lot of people on that one. My bad. Question 4. Which branch of mathematics is a homonym for build up on teeth? Combinatronics, calculus, or logic? Combinatronics, calculus, or logic? And when you heard that question start off with which branch of mathematics, you weren't expecting a left turn into dentistry, were you? Square roots, root canals, what's the difference? If you're not familiar with combinatronics, it's the mathematical discipline that deals with combinations of objects belonging to a finite set in accordance with certain constraints like, graph theory, the basic stuff. Hope that clears it up for you. I have no idea what I'm saying. The correct answer is calculus. Calculus comes from the Latin for small pebble because they used to use pebbles to do mathematical calculations. It's also a word for the tartar on your teeth, which can be hard as a rock. So one meaning is hard, as in tough to scrape off, and the other is hard, as in like, I hope they're grading this class on a curve. The curve helped somebody out a lot in school. I'm not going to point any fingers, though. Question 5. Which gangster was convicted for tax evasion in 1931? Babyface Nelson, Bugsy Siegel, or Al Capone? Tick, tick, tock. I'm still feeling that last brutal question. It hurts a little bit. First of all, who is going to tell a mobster that they owe money? Who's knocking on that door? Not me. I'm good. All 3 of these famous mobsters were notorious for committing crimes like armed robbery, aggravated assault, murder, but only one of them stooped so low as to try and stiff Uncle Sam on his 1040 form. Now, how did that monster sleep at night? Forget murder. You didn't pay your taxes? They'll get you for that. The correct answer is Al Capone. Capone was sentenced to 11 years on the tax charges, but can you blame him for not wanting to fill out the paperwork? It's confusing. I mean, what form are you supposed to use to declare your protection money? And can you take bribes and submit overshoes as business deductions? I'm just glad I'm not a mobster. Let's just move on. Question 6, we're almost at the halfway point. Which is an insult comparing someone to a cave dweller? Cretan, plebeian, or troglodyte? Hope you picked right, I like to see the numbers fairly close to what we started with, and when that doesn't happen, I get upset. Despite what you've seen in movies, very few prehistoric humans actually lived in caves because A, that's pretty rare. When was the last time you were just taking a walk and like, oh, there's a cave? Doesn't happen. B, they tend to attract critters like bears who don't make the greatest roommates. Bottom line is the reason you don't see a whole lot of caves listed on Airbnb. It's just a lot of insurance. They don't want that. The correct answer is troglodyte. Calling someone a troglodyte is a way to say they're backwards and old-fashioned in their thinking, as if they've been living off in a hole somewhere, or a cave. It's also a fancy name for a caveman, and what most of them used to put on their business cards. You feel me? Like, it's just, They were just trying to sound outstanding and, proper. Question 7. Let's get this money. Which word is worth the most in Words with Friends? Baylor's, creation, or another? Which one is worth the most? We here at Words with Friends Live love that you're a fan of Words with Friends Live, but at the same time, we can't have your skills at the mothership game getting all rusty. We can't have you forgetting how to spell words when we, in our game, spell them for you. So summer's only a few months away. Time to start getting your brain back into beach trivia shape. And some of y'all need to start now because, months fly by. The correct answer, you ready? Is creation. Baylor's and another will score you 10 points, while creation will bag you an even dozen. But had you chosen evolution over creation, you would have gotten an awesome 16 points. Or you can connect or intersect those two, evolution and creation, and get way more points. They don't have to contradict, I'm just saying. Question number 8. What does the prefix proto mean? Primitive, advanced, or before? Primitive, advanced, or before? Which one does proto mean? Now I'm thinking about how much I can get for that word. We warned you there's going to be some word-based trivia, so hopefully you've been studying up on your prefixes and suffixes. Now, just to be clear, I said proto, not Frodo. The prefix Frodo, of course, means in the style of ring-obsessed Hobbit. You see it in words like Frodo-esque and Frodo-licious, but unfortunately we're talking about boring old proto, so my bad. The correct answer is primitive. You see proto used this way in words like prototype, which means primitive form, and protozoa, which literally means first animal. Prototype also means really dope song by Andre 3000, which I'm going to play right after this show. Okay, we have 670 people moving forward to question number 9, getting closer. What is the liquid specifically in a plant's stem called? Sap, wort, or ichor? And for all you actors out there, no, I did not say ficor. These are the choices? I was totally going to say plant squeezins. That's what I call it. But I guess that's wrong. Since the only other plant-related term I know is chlorophyll, my next guess would be the stems are filled with chloro? Ironically, I came this close to majoring in botany. But being the youngest child in my family, I was pressured into going into the family business, hosting online trivia games. Now, my dad was a photographer. I'm just kidding. He took photos of online trivia games. The correct answer is sap. Sap is the correct answer. Sap is a fluid transported in xylem cells or phloem sieve tube elements of a plant. These cells transport water and nutrients throughout the plant. Sap has trapped mosquitoes in fossils that are millions of years old. Sap has also trapped some of you in spectator mode. I see like over 300 of you guys didn't make that one. My bad. But we got to move forward. Question 10. Which of these is an example of apposition? The current president, my friend Chris, or the sky is blue? What is apposition? Apposition. It's like apparition and opposition had a baby. Not a clue. I was thinking out loud. Maybe apposition is the position you assume when you use a particular app. Like, I like to post to Instagram when I'm in the tree pose, being yoga class like this. You're right, I get some dirty looks, but at least I'm getting less attitude than when I was watching Tarantino movies. Okay, yeah, my phone was loud. But how can people how can they be so unchill when they have a black belt and relaxing? Everybody chill out. I'm just watching a movie and doing a tree pose. I can multitask. The correct answer is my friend Chris. Apposition is a grammatical construction where two words or phrases placed side by side refer to the same thing. In this case, my friend and Chris, because Chris is my friend. Truth be told, though, Chris and I aren't talking right now. He knows what he did. I better get my Xbox back. Second to last question. Question number 11. When was the red maple leaf design adopted as Canada's national flag? 1925, 1908, or 1964? Tick tock, tick tock. Now, before they adopted the flag we know and love today, the symbol of Canada had been the beaver. Whose idea was that? But come on, who in their right mind wants a beaver on the flag? They're ornery and not the easiest thing to paint on your chest for those Jumbotron crowd shots at the hockey games. So the Canadian leaders narrowed it down to 3 choices. They said either we can do the snowy owl, the maple leaf, or Drake. Somehow I feel like it's possible Drake would have been more popular than maple leaf had that decision come about around now. The correct answer is 1964. Canada began its search for a new flag in 1925, but it took them nearly 40 years to finally settle on the maple leaf. 40 years on a maple leaf? That decision rolled out slower than maple syrup itself. All right, guys, we have 283 people moving forward to our final last question for all the money, for all the cheese, for all the pesos, for all the queso. Economists analyze the stock market but can't predict it precisely. What word best describes this? Bayesian probability, factorial, or stochastic? It's a lot of syllables. Well, what do you know? I guess I have more in common with economists than I thought. They don't fully understand how the stock market works, and I don't fully understand a single one of these choices. I'm just reading it, y'all. That's all I do. All I know is if I was playing the game right now, the Bayesian probability of getting this question correct would be like 1 in a bajillion to the 23rd power. Give or take a bajillion. Now, before I reveal the answer and the winners, a friendly reminder to go back to the game when we're done here. Wipeout Whitney has been talking trash about y'all. She says y'all can't handle her in the game, so I wouldn't let her talk about you like that. All right, here we go. The correct answer for all the money is stochastic. And that's the game. You got all 12 questions right, which means you're sharing $5,000. I'm so proud of you guys. I like to see a nice hefty number, but not too hefty, but enough to know that you've been eating. I don't know what that means. Let's see and check out who won tonight because I'm going to read you all. I'm going to see how many I can read really fast. We have 258 winners. We got Sonic Rules, man, Nam XKO, Chad1M, Oriel 040, Aaron Archer 777. And that's all I'm going to do. I can't read 258, but I love your faces. And I like to give out money. Please join us again tomorrow. Same time, same place, same app, and same face for a whole new trough of cash. I have been your host, Iman Crossan, a.k.a. Alpha Cats. And this, well, it's been Words with Friends Live. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace and hair grease.